Back here in Vancouver, across the lanes for the final parts of the Pac Northwest Invitational. This is the title match in the scratch division. Both bowlers have 2 losses. Nick Bachteler looking to beat Perry Crowell back-to-back to take the title away, and he's ahead in the match. And sends that one all the way to Port Orchard.
He definitely sent it out farther than Perry, which was actually...
He wanted to make sure to get it out, and did. It's a struggle right now on 9 and 10 here. Nick's got 85 through 5. And if he spares it up, he'll be ahead by 15.
Mo, your order's ready, Mo.
Perry opened in the 6th frame with the washout for only 90 through 6. So both bowlers fishing around on this pair. A little bit of title match pressure, maybe. And this is certainly not a gimme spare, but he has it.
Title match pressure, or maybe this pair.
I think it's more the tricky pair-to-pair going on. So these bowlers can and have handled title match pressure. Yeah, Handicap bowled the title match here and didn't exactly light it up either. A couple good storylines here. Perry looking to win back-to-back invitationals. That's extremely hard to do, while Nick looking to virtually wrap up his JBT career by winning his first title. Great shot for Bachteler there. Brother Vince has 2 wins, but only a 2nd place for Nick, and he has never been closer to erasing that, let alone in a $1,000 fashion. That's the top prize right now on the line here. Perry won the Invitational last year and had to suffer through a brutal 2nd place finish yesterday. Hard to not think that that's in the back of his mind somewhere. He's mentally tough as he's proven himself to be over the years. To win an invite, you got to have a ton of skill, and you got to have a little bit of luck too. That's a hard thing to happen twice in a row. Flushed the shot last time on lane 10. Oh, man. Nice ball, but he's just running out of time for bad breaks to happen, and that lane 10 is another bad break. He's written all over his face how he feels about that. I don't need to say a word there. So much on the line here. The 10-pin was what cost him the title yesterday at 20th Century. He missed 2 of them, including one in the 10th frame. Kind of got joked about it all day long. But there's no laughing matter right here. He must convert this one. Alright, I'm sure of this one, Evan.
Yeah, but see, yesterday...
Right where I said I'm sure of it, that ball yesterday grabbed. Even though we're on another fairly short, fairly flat, fairly low volume pattern, it's a different surface today, so the pattern's held up a little better. This is WTBA Soul, while we were on a Viper yesterday. And surface a factor and all that other stuff. So the player's not in around 5th and 6th or even left of 6th arrow like they were yesterday. Still fairly deep, and still like yesterday, if you miss left, it goes left, and if you miss right, it can easily hang right. We've seen washouts, we've seen big 4s, we've seen a little bit of everything here as these bowlers are grinding for a grand. Yeah. Perry's been clipping his thumb a couple times too, and was really wild last time in this lane. Let's see how he recovers. Wow, and that ball just completely squirted on him. This time
that one was, he didn't miss that.
He physically threw it well, and you can again tell by his reaction as he just stands there at the foul line and says, "Are you kidding me?" Because that ball didn't react like any of us thought it would react. It just squirted right at the break point.
Wiggled.
Wiggled, it wobbled. One thing it didn't do was turn over until it got to the 3-pin, which is how you leave that 5-count washout, which is a great way to win Powerball and a rotten way to do anything else. It's close. And yet another tough pill to swallow for Perry. We said it before we started recording this match. This has been a test of character for Perry Crowell. to have to swallow yesterday's brutal beat. To have to swallow a rain 10 here, a solid 8-pin last game that helped sway the match in Nick's favor, and a couple washouts here. Ouch, ouch, ouch. And what an opportunity right here for Bachteler. Strike working, can wrap it up if he can double here. Not over yet.
What a break.
Could have left a lot worse than a 310. For a lefty, this is not that difficult, but nothing you want to be shooting at.
Not good at the fair.
Nick, of course, on the left side, a little bit less lane play, so he's been able to stay a little further left. Also, he's got a ton of ball speed, so he's overpowering the pattern a little bit here. Elects to hook at it, and has it. That is a clutch spare right there. Perry can max out for 174, and Nick going at a 185 pace. So definitely still up for grabs here. If Nick can stay clean, he wins, but that is a huge if with only 2 frames to go. For the bowlers of this level of talent to be questioning marking speaks to just how demanding a situation this is. Oh my God. Lost that ball to the right and hooked at his toes. One of those good news, bad news there. Great to only leave the 8-pin. It could have been way worse, but that looked like a Brooklyn strike potential there, which might have sent Perry into orbit if he struck on that one.
Arte, your order's ready.
All right, nicely done at the 8-pin. That's 1 frame filled. So no matter what Perry does, Nick will only have to mark in the 10th frame. Perry must get the next 3 strikes for that to be an issue. If Perry doesn't strike on this ball, the next ball, and the ball after that, Nick Bachteler wins his first title in a most dramatic fashion.
So 174.
That's it. Gotta have them all. Incidentally, having them all, if he does get the next 3 strikes, the fill ball even becomes important. That's first things first there. Yeah, 3 deliveries before that. Big 4 and Nick Bachteler wins the Invitational.
They're a major family.
Tell you what, there are some families around JBT. The Lamb family immediately comes to mind with a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old winning majors, 6 at the time. But the Bachtelers know how to win some majors too, as Nick is going to join Vince as major winners. Vince the TPC last year, and now Nick the Invitational this year. Nick helping us out too. He's already got a kid. Yes, this is the Junior Bowlers Tour, so we're expecting him to be back in about 5 or 6 years and try and no offspring of a JBT bowler has yet won a JBT event.
Really?
There's plenty bowling, but no second generation bowler has won, as Perry's just completely lost that left lane. Even if he struck in the 9th, I think it would have been far-fetched to see him doubling on 9 anyway. Well, again, if you only watch this video, Perry shooting 140 is far from indicative of how dominant he was almost every game today. He had a hiccup in game 5, but aside of that, yeah, or yesterday for that matter. 2 takes you prefer I hit the lead on, but listen, and that's what I'm talking about. Character-wise, A+, he passed it. Bowling-wise, even though in my books it's an A for 2 second places against this field, Perry's going to give himself a Z-, and that's because Perry's hard on himself. He nearly swept the brackets yesterday, so for about a $300 payday yesterday and 500 plus today, so don't feel too bad for him making 800 bucks in the junior tournament weekend, but feel fantastic for Bachteler. His Port Orchard takes home another major. really about time as you look at this game. That's a game that should have won a couple scratch titles before now. Just shows you how hard it is to win out here too. But it'll be a happy ride home to the other side of the sound, and we'll do it all over again in California in 5 days. Keep watching these videos and watch out for these tough Northwesterners in a month in Vegas. They've got a habit of telling the rest of the tour how to bowl. Nice way to